Congratulations on your purchase of Versacryl, your economical resurfacing alternative to replacing your deck. If you have any questions regarding the application process, we are just a phone call away. We suggest you also read and review the written instructions provided in the Versacryl kit. This application video is designed to assist you in the cleaning of your deck, preparation, the proper application process, and cleanup, along with helpful hints which will guarantee a successful recoating of your deck. To begin, your deck needs to be properly cleaned. Most composite deck manufacturers recommend that you do not use a power washer to clean your deck. Use a commercial deck cleaner, scrub, rinse, and clean according to the cleaner instructions. Make sure that all mold and mildew is removed and reapply the cleaner if necessary. Also, make sure all debris is removed from the surface and from the spaces between the boards. A leaf blower, stiff broom, and putty knife will help you with this. After cleaning, the deck must be completely dry. If the surface is porous, as many weathered decks become, it may take up to 2 days to dry. Moisture on the deck will cause problems with the bonding of the Versacryl coating. If you have screws or nails in your deck boards, a simple test for moisture is to tape a piece of plastic, like one side of a Ziploc bag, on all 4 sides over the screw or nail hole. After 1 hour, see if there's any condensation on the plastic. If so, the deck is not dry. We recommend that you have the following additional supplies on hand: 1 2.5 gallon pail with lid, 3 or 4 inexpensive brushes, 4 1/2-inch nap rollers, painter's tape, drop cloth or plastic sheeting, nitrile gloves, paint stirrer for drill or heavy-duty paint sticks, handheld pyrometer to measure deck surface temperature, MEK, acetone, or xylene for cleanup. Deck preparation. Begin by taping off areas with painter's tape that are not to be coated, and be sure to hide your cat. Use a drop cloth underneath your deck if it is open below. If the deck surface has deteriorated, you may want to apply the bonding primer F2404 first, which can be purchased from Versacryl. Make sure the deck surface temperature is between 45 degrees and 90 degrees Fahrenheit. This should be verified with a handheld pyrometer at numerous times during the application process. Never apply if the deck surface is greater than 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Preparing Versacryl for application. Parts A and B need to be mixed together. The pot life, or time in which the product is liquid and can be applied, is about 90 minutes. We recommend you only mix what quantity will be used within 90 minutes. To start, a 1.5 quart batch should be mixed. More can be mixed once you get a feel for the material and the application speed. To begin, prepare Part A by thoroughly mixing the contents of 1 bag of the included anti-skid additive with 1 gallon of Part A, all into your 2.5 gallon separate container. A paddle mixer and an electric drill makes this easier, but it can also be stirred manually with a paint stir stick. In the large 2.5 gallon container, you can mix both gallons of Part A with the anti-skid material, washing out each gallon can with a few ounces of MEK and putting it all into the 2.5 gallon container. Keep a tight lid on this container when not in use. Keep in a cool place and out of the sun. Part B does not need to be stirred or shaken. Now blend 2 parts of premixed A with 1 part of B in the mixing bucket included in the kit. Start with 1.5 quarts total, 1 quart A, 1 pint B. Stir thoroughly. Allow the product to sit for 10 minutes, stir again, and then immediately begin the application. Applying Versacryl. It is recommended that a minimum of 2 people apply the coating. Use the mixture to begin by cutting in around the edges with a brush. Be sure to keep a wet edge and apply a very thin coat. Never apply Versacryl thickly. Before the trim work dries, use a brush if necessary to apply the coating around the edge of the boards into the cracks. Work on 2 or 3 boards at a time along their entire length. Then use a roller to apply thin coats of Versacryl along the length of the 2 to 3 boards. Thin spots will be covered with a second coat. The wet coat should not be thick, similar to a wood varnishing process. Typical wet thickness should be 3.5 to 4 mils. Be sure to keep a wet edge when rolling out the material. Always maintain enough material to complete a run to the end of the deck boards being coated. Do not stop midway on a board and let the coating dry. Follow this process until the entire deck surface has its first coat applied. The coating will cure within 18 to 24 hours of application and typically can be walked on after it is cured. Your cat can walk on it after about 5 hours. The second coat should be applied the following day or within 7 days, depending on the weather. Never apply if the surface is wet or too hot, above 90 degrees Fahrenheit. For proper adhesion, the second coat must be applied within 7 days of the first coat. The second coat will go a little quicker and will typically use less material. Fresh rollers and brushes should be used for each application. Cleanup can be done easier if you use MEK to clean the containers and brushes. Follow the manufacturer's recommendations. After the second coat, step back and admire your newly resurfaced deck. You can fully utilize your deck, including furniture, in 4 to 5 days following the second coat. If you have any questions regarding the application process, we are just a phone call away.